Big Rich, what's up, big dog?
What's up, big homie?
Man, like literally, dude. I probably don't want me to tell nobody, but man, I just had to pick up a family member from fucking jail, bro. And holy shit, you'll probably hear in the next coming weeks why, but at least it wasn't me. And fuck, man, like why am I still going to these fucking places? Why is anyone who lives close to me even going to jail? Like, don't you know by now? But man, just a little sober reminder of how the fuck it is.
What was it like? Did you just pull up, or did you have to walk in, or what?
I sat out front waiting. I left the gym in the morning and then sat out front till about like 11:30 or something. But just straight from the gym to Orange County and sat out front and then waited till the person was released, and then saw all the fucking degenerates getting released and like the halfway gangsters. And I was out front in the Lambo. I pull my shirt off, you know, I'm putting my shit in the trunk and shit. And they're like, oh, hell no, this is a real one right here, man. Motherfuckers had like a barbed wire armband and shit. Motherfucking shit, man. But,
Tribal.
Yeah, that motherfucker had like that same thing Pamela Anderson had in that old movie, bro. But like, yeah, you know, these were those 8-month killers, you know. One of the guys like, hey, can I use your phone, or I need help getting to the substation, the OC substation. I'm like, well, figure it the fuck out, you know? And he's like, what? I'm like, how much time you do, man? He's like, 8 months. I just left Corcoran. I'm like, yeah, but what, the 1 yard in fucking 8 months? Like, fuck, man, come on. He's like, I'm from LA though. I'm like, and figure it out. I'm like, I'll Google it for you. I tried Googling it. I'm like, I can't. They should have told you where your property was in there, you know?
Yeah, straight up. I got a question.
They did, but those are just lost. What's the question, big dog? Let's do it.
Yeah, dude. So imaginary evils. So I'm crushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm killing it.
Imaginary evils are incurable. Last night I was saying that in my head all night because I was waiting to know what happened to this individual who just disappeared, and I didn't know what was going on, and the imaginary evils start racing. And I'm like, literally, is it too late to do burpees? Is it too late? Because it's like 11:30 at night, and I'm like, fuck, man. I just start nailing out some push-ups, bro. And I just like mangle some push-ups from my private. This started at like 10 o'clock to like 11:30. And then I'm like, I'm still just tense, dude. I have what the people would call a fucking panic attack or anxiety attack or something. My core temperature is just through the fucking roof. Like if someone took a temperature of my outside skin, it was just fucking on fire. And I just was like so tense and clenched that whenever I get that, I fuck up like my hip flexors. And then I have my lower back is way fucked after like an event like this where someone puts you through high stress. So my hip flexors get fucked up. My lower back is shot after like, 5-6 hours of wondering what the fuck just happened. And like fighting it kind of. And the whole time I'm telling myself to just learn to take events as they are, take them as they come, take it, just see it as it is and accept it. This is happening for you. And over the last while, a lot of these events taking place, they've been happening for me. I've been actually truly learning a lot from them and growing from them. And it's just the amount of, like the word conditional has been just a fucking turning point for my life. And I credit Joss from the UK, one of my elite clients. And that word is so powerful to us because everything we're doing on a conditional basis is so foolish. And the reason we experience such pain or loss, or we don't follow through or whatever, but like in love, the conditional basis causes the pain. If you just can love unconditionally, regardless, it's either going to be in proximity or not. So, this is just your choice, proximity or not, but the traits and the love that you have that flows from you is the same. The second you try to restrict love and hold it back, that's the pain you're feeling because we're never supposed to do that. Nobody's ever supposed to hold back love from one another. And so when you're feeling any pain, it's the anger, the frustration, the negativity, the just everything that's not an outward flow of positive emotion that you want to feel, because everything you're exuding is what you're feeling. So if you're blocking exuding this feeling and you're really putting out frustration and hatred and anger and resentment, all this shit, then you're feeling the side effects of that. But I've just grown so much from that word, just conditional. Yeah. And then taking it to my results and fitness, taking it to other people's results, people's life goals. And I mean, once you put no condition on where you're going or what the outcome is, then you really get to get into flow state and truly the essence of what creates the result. So once something's not conditional, the essence of what's going to create a result that you're not even able to comprehend at this moment is possible. So your capacity of understanding the end result, the capacity of creating the greatest end result comes from something not having conditions.
Damn. Yeah.
Because if you put a condition on it, then you're already attaching it to your capacity of knowing what the outcome could be. Like I never knew my outcome could be this, where I'm at today. And that's because I had no conditions on what I was doing in my process. I just needed this process. It was free flowing. It was the essence. It was me. And it fulfilled me in every way. And I just chased the process. I chased the process so hard that the process went from naturally me engaging in the process and then me teaching the process. That's what we do in life. We figure out something that works for us and then we give it away. We give away our gift. We figure out what really fulfills us and then we teach it. And so to be able to do that now it's so limitless. Like I talked to a business associate yesterday, just hits me out the blue and says, Wes, you're ready. I said, for what? He's like, I'm working with a French guru. He's from Tel Aviv. He's my friend. I've worked with him before. He's one of the smartest people in marketing on the planet, 9-figure earner. And he goes, you're ready. And I'm like, for what? And he's like, I bring people buy clients from me. Fuck your ads. Fuck your fucking ads. People buy clients. And I'm like, he's like, you have the capacity to do that. Most don't until they build their business to this level. And I'm like, so how much? He's like, what's your customer acquisition or your lifetime client? What are they worth? And it's like $1,200. And so then he's like, customer acquisition is like 400 for you. But I'm bringing someone right now 600 new signups a day, which is 80K on this guy's program, which mine would be more actually. And he's like, you have a better setup, a better brand, and your website's much better. He's like, we're going to start this now. Will you pay the customer acquisition cost after I put the bill for the ads, make the ads and do all the shit? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So, I mean, like there's a next level that's going to be achieved just by staying the course. I didn't have to go off these crazy fucking tangents and paths and study all this shit that people think they have to fucking do. You just have to master your craft so hard that it's your fucking spot and the top people come say, hey, you're ready, motherfucker. Nobody else is. It's you, big dog. I see it. Boom, I got a vision for you.
Yeah.
And that's like Big Yo in the program. Like I just told him, I said, you're so marketable. Like you're so marketable. And then he signs up for the elite program or the business program. And we get him like 200-300 leads from the first small ads, and off of charging half the price of this program, he pulls in 11K in 30 days. And I mean, it's not, so then what is it? It's not about the money. We brought him from an individual who had so many vices, didn't like his look, was depressed and didn't like his conduct. He was just fucking up. We brought him to someone he felt whole as. He fucking mastered himself. He never had a six-pack like that. I've been in the pen with all the yoked out Mexicans. None of them have six-packs, bro. Like it's just genetically hard for Mexicans to get six-pack. Tell me. And I mean, just what it always has been, because it just like their food. Italians too. I mean, just is what it is. I mean, most corn-fed white boys, like big old thick white boys from the South, six-pack is unattainable for them because the food and the culture. So once we got them to believe in something greater, which was them, which was who their people are, doesn't hold them down or define them, that I see something bigger in them and I know it's possible, that we got him that. Now we got him that, and we got him to give it away and teach it to everybody. And his product is half the cost of this one, still pulling in 5 figures monthly. So the second he raises his price to this price, he's in the 30K range a month already in 30 days. That's mind boggling. Okay. But the thing is that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to be able to see an individual and overhaul their entire life with hard truths and knowledge and honesty and fucking just, and the facts that we fucking did it. Here's my exact steps. Follow me, watch. And this is what fucking works. You fucking do something and you learn, it's imperfect action. Like you just, as you go along, There's no way someone can believe that true happiness and positivity can't come from a bottle or a bag when they're a fucking junkie. There's no way they believe that they could get up at 4 a.m. to do burpees with the crew, be restricted on any foods they like to eat, be sleep deprived, and be fucking ecstatic, vibing higher than shit. There's no way you could tell someone that that's possible until they take the steps to earn that. And it's the most massive thing ever. And it was only stumbled upon by it being forced upon, because nobody would fucking engage in that. And that's why you guys are so dope, because a lot of the people who really killed it, they're like, I'm done. I did all that other shit. I tried it all. It doesn't work. I don't give a fuck. I'm putting my heart into this. And everybody who put their heart into this, they were like, holy shit. I stumbled upon what fulfills me, mind, body, and soul. And then the second I deviate, I notice how effective it was. It's just a textbook, a little deviation in food, and you're like, whoa, I felt that different. That's mind-boggling. That deviation of food, that different.
The house crumbles. Fuck. That much props to Big Yo. That's awesome, dude. Good job on him, man. Good on him.
There's so many, like Tony's coming up. Blasted it up Asian, he's coming up in it. I mean, there's a lot of people. Like Big Trevor's got a good fucking his outline and who he is and his name and his system. I could see it being world renowned because he had it. He stumbled upon it. It was him, is what he saw. He saw that. Like, this is what I am, this is what I see, and this is what I'm gonna put I'm gonna put all my effort into this. And that's what it takes. Is everyone's gonna say it's fucking crazy. And what the fuck? Like, until you step to someone like me, and I'm like, no. I'm like, 30 G's a month is the bottom of this business. It's the bottom. You don't think you can achieve the bottom? I'm like, I know you can achieve the top if you want. And that's 30 mil a year. So this 30 grand a month is the bottom. Are you okay with that? Of course. And you're like, that would be life-changing. And because a lot of my mentors say 50 grand a month is where your life is exponentially changed. A lot of people would probably agree with 25 or so. But I mean, the thing is what really exponentially changed everybody was the fact that they took themselves as the asset instead of the old method of, I'm going to work, have a job, and then acquire some assets and place my value on these assets I acquired that are fucking tangible. Fuck that. I'm going to create these internal assets of a motherfucker who's valuable in anything he does. And that's what Rich Dad Poor Dad said from the beginning. Like, don't work to create someone else's, become the asset. Work 10 years building an asset, instead of working 10 years for someone else building their asset, their business. You're it, you.
Yep, fucking love it. Question about imaginary evils real quick. So, I'm crushing, I'm doing my thing, but I'll catch myself during the day making some dumbass scenario in my head where I win in a dumbass argument to get validation. And I'm like,
no, those are good. That's not a bad one. I used to refer to showering as winning arguments that'll never happen. That's what I used to refer to a shower as. Like, that's during a shower, I would win arguments that are never happening for 20 minutes straight.
All right.
I was just crushing these imaginary arguments. Like, I'm the key. No, but this is how you find your answers. You find your answers through that. That's just debating on two ends of one common place. So when you find your answers, that's how you can actually brand and be powerful. I mean, motherfuckers who bend either way, like I said earlier, the reasonable man, how weak the reasonable man is. No. That unreasonable motherfucker is what changes the world, That guy's so unreasonable. He's just like, no, it's this way, motherfucker. And that's the man who's going to do it. The reasonable man has caved to society. If you're not constantly arguing something, I mean, everyone just made arguments a bad thing. Like, arguments are definitely not a bad thing.
So even if I'm generating like a feeling of validation from the argument, it's all good? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be like,
nothing else matters. Good or bad, positive or negative. That's all situational. The delivery is nothing, or how you're feeling it doesn't matter. Are you meaning to help or hurt? Is the end outcome helping or hurting?
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's me just fucking wanting to smash someone in an argument.
Well, I mean, yeah, if your end outcome is to leave someone like scarred from it, like emotionally, well, then you're wrong. But I mean, if your end outcome is that it's a win-win, my shit's always a win-win, because my only hell is other people's energy that comes. I'm so good, bro. Like, I'm so fucking good. Like, I've learned so well to not chase anything and let it come to me by putting out value. I don't chase anything, I just value. Whenever something's not coming in, I'm like, oh, I must not be giving enough value. So then I just double down on value. When something's not coming my way, I don't chase it. When something's not coming my way, I just say, oh, I'm not giving enough value today. And I just, more value.
Yeah.
And what's valuable? What changed your life? What worked for you? That's valuable.
Straight up.
I see you're getting clients into your own coaching. And I mean, there needs to be 100 million coaches. Why the fuck does everyone do that? Oh, it's saturated. Fuck you. What the fuck?
Nah, even close.
No, everybody should be telling the next person to be better. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh no, one more person telling everybody to be better and pushing them to be more positive. Fuck. What? Damn.
Dude,
so then that just shows they're only about the money.
Yeah.
I'm only about having no bullshit around me.
Straight up. And especially the way we fucking teach and live. There's not coaches like us out there that are living the shit, you know? It's a way different program. Way different.
Yeah, well, it's just what worked for us. I mean, on their increment of the spectrum, that did work for them, like tracking their macros and like having a beer with their pizza. On that level of discipline, just being a simpleton motherfucker, yeah, that works for dipshit fucking coach over here. Like, I have a coach who used to be in this program who never would say that I got him ripped. But he's like a famous coach with like a girl who's got they got bazillions of followers and shit. But I got him ripped. He didn't know how to get fucking ripped. He couldn't get ripped. And I don't know why. But anyways, I got him ripped. And then he never admitted that it was me. He just always said, like, I got ripped myself and I know what I'm doing. But I don't give a fuck. I don't need to. And the thing is like, he's one of those people who does that. Like, you can have your beer on the weekends still, and you don't even have to give up pizza. Like, okay, that works for those people on the very first steps of the elementary steps of personal growth and starting to begin their process, I guess, but I just don't do shit like that. I'm a cold turkey motherfucker. I'm an all or nothing motherfucker. I'm like, guess what? I'm gonna give my life to this right fucking now. I don't care. I'm done. Like, I do everything so full that I'm so negative and I'm so done with myself that I'm so positive the next day and I'm done. I won't even look back. I never looked back. Like, from 7 years ago, getting rid of everything, I never looked back.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was more than that. I don't even count days. I don't refer to myself as anything like that. But I mean, there's different types of people. Like, some people, like, I only see like world greatness, like, in everybody. I'm like, no, you could be like one of the greatest in the world. And some people are really just thinking, oh, I just want to be better than I am right now. And I'm like, no, you got to shoot like the highest possible with the most knowledge, the most follow through, the most commitment. And then you're never going to fully know your potential if you shot way low. Low aim is the problem, not people having too big of goals. It's just low aim. Everyone's hitting their goals. They just got bitch ass goals.
Yeah.
They're like, I just don't want to drink during the week and I'm still going to have my pizza and I don't want to get too buff because then people are going to think like it's like, dude, listen to their goals. They're totally crushing their goals. They just got bitch ass goals. Yeah. Like, my goal this year, one of them is, my main goal is the compassion over compression with the people that need that type of teaching. My goal is to realize in individuals that are having internal issues with these stressors and have it linked that it's a notification for self-preservation and it's a good thing, that a compaction, which is pressure on them or anxiety or depression or this internal feeling, that compaction is just the second before an expansion. So everything is contracting and expanding. And so when someone is like that, like, instead of them to think this is lasting forever, they're like, oh, no. This is the moments right before the expansion happens and I'm released from this. And I actually feel greater from what just took place, because it's always going to happen. There's always going to be positive and negative. There's always going to be good and evil. And there's always going to be contraction and expansion. That's the way the universe works. But I'm starting to notice it in terms of like psychology dealing with people who still identify with that side of shit, because I don't, but I have to learn to speak to them. And so to speak to them that way, but then still push the physical activity in there so that I can bridge them away from it is what's needed. Because I just been like relentlessly studying bipolar and personality disorder. And they think it's like when something happens, it's that way for the forever because they're all or nothing. Like what they're white or black, they're fucking they're love or hate. And so like they just believe once shit goes bad, it's always like that forever. Like, but really it's not, and they know it. And so they have to refer to this fucking contraction as just the moments before the expansion takes place. And so it releases the stress off of them. And that's what I've been working with myself and with people who identify with that, but then letting them break through with our program still, which is knowing that the exercise will alleviate that by getting into flow state, because that's where expansion is grand, in flow state. Flow state is like, dude, imagine being in a cell and then just walking in the clouds, bro. That's the difference between between just existing in a fucking self-torment to fucking living in flow state 24/7 where you're abundant, you know?
Fuck yeah, dude. That's that gateway, the gateway within.
It's a gateway to everything. And it all comes from gratitude. And you hear them say, you know, life's a gratitude test. You hear them say gratitude is action. And I'm like, yeah, but, you know, like, are you detailing it more daily so that those actions actually have more impact? Because the same impact would have the same feeling. And if you get the same feeling, then you're not progressing, and progression is life, you know?
Yeah. And also I would say like that little page I sent you on that love shit, like that's when I realized, damn, I need to work on a bunch of the patience and like all that, you know?
I got this relentless test on myself right now to just conditional is the word. Like, I'm like, damn, Wes, you're a conditional motherfucker. You don't have the character you think you have. Look at a condition arose that you don't like and you changed. Oh man. And they're like, oh wait, but most people would debate that that's a totally excusable condition for breaking character. That one is. No, none are for me. How about that? None.
Yeah. So
the character doesn't break. I don't become conditional. Proximity is executed. So I need to, you know, we need you know, whatever. And it's like at that point, but it's not in a negative way. It's like, hey, love you to death. When you need me, call me. But hey, just, you know, I'm gonna do everything I can for you. No more, no less. Fucking quotes around exclamation point behind no more, you know?
Yeah. That's like true energy right there. That's like not being identifying within the human body. That's just, right?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, conditions we placed on it was the pain. So in a selfish manner, we were just trying to cure the pain we were having. We were like, why do I keep putting myself through this when this event happens, when it happens all the time? What's causing it? And it was the condition. It was the control. It was the expectation. It was everything we put on it. And so then we step back and we say, what, am I strong enough to just give an outward flow? And it takes consistent practice. I did it in the pen too. When the people would leave me, I would fight them and fuck you. You fucking don't write me. You hate me. Fucking fuck you. And fucking, this is so horrible. And then I would do that. And then I would do push-ups and I would do the old fucking listen to crazy music and I'm crazy and I'm going to be that way. And then I went the other route. I'm like, you know what? I got a different approach because I did it for so many years. I had to try all approaches. Now the next approach was, you know what? I get you guys. I love you. And then I just was time under tension. It was squeezing. It was listening to some fucking real deep shit like Adele or something like that. Like old songs from Eminem that I couldn't not cry to. And it was just like an outward flow of emotion. And I know that the latter was more powerful.
Yep. 100%.
Because rudeness is a weak man's imitation of strength. And here you are like, fuck you, I'm working out, I'm fucking pushed up, I'm doing this, and I got my death metal music on, fuck the world. That's so pussy. That's the fakest, pussiest shit on the planet. Opposed to, now I got this outward flow of love. Like, I'm gonna work so hard right now because I love you guys and I want to show you what's possible. I'm gonna kill myself on this floor and I'm gonna leave everything there because I love you. Watch. And that was where the power was. That other shit was that 14-year-old fat kid saying he doesn't want to eat, but he's starving. And his parents leave the food by his door. And he's like, I'm not eating it. It's like, you fucking hissy fit on a 35-year-old, man.
Yeah. Hey, bro. Love you, dog. I know you got a lot of people.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm blowing it. I'm having too much fun. I love you guys.
Tomorrow morning, though, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, big ass group burpee session. Everybody, it's in the event section.
Dude, one day, yeah, I was gonna tell an old stupid prison story, but this dude preacher, he was doing 18 years for he's from San Francisco. It was like kidnapping, assault, fucking and it was like a drug thing, and like he had like a samurai sword, and he's like a weirdo dude, but he was like did like fucking martial arts and shit. And everybody's like, oh, preacher's just fucking way out. And then yeah, I don't know, whatever. It's just
Let's hear it, bro. Come on.
It just goes too crazy. It goes too crazy. It would go too long. I love you, bro.
That's a good video. That's the video.
But you said it's a big ass burpee session. I remember we were working in the horticulture. We were growing plants and vegetables and shit. And he was like saying there, someone was like, damn, those are big ass cucumbers. And he's like, wait, big ass cucumbers? Like, that's fucking stupid. Like, that's weird. Like, it's just like, it's like some prison humor, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. It was just dumb. It was stupid. But anyways, the dude was a nutcase. Dude ended up, he was Bible thumpaholic in prison, got out for like 2 weeks, did a bunch of speed, came the fuck back. Like literally just fucking lost his shit.
Fucking A. Well, brother, love you, homie.
It was crazy. Love you, bro. Let's go.
All right. Much love, homies.
I'm probably gonna have to bang through everyone. I did that same shit I do, but we're gonna be on tomorrow. I did that same shit I do where I blow my wad on the first fucking shit. Oh no, am I in trouble? There's no way I can be in trouble today. I didn't do anything today. I was the savior today. I didn't do anything. Big Andrew, what's up, bro? Big Andrew, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Oh, hey, yo, Mark. Yeah, you go. You got it. Damn. I'll go quick, but dude, gyms are finally.
You got good shit. You got good shit. Go. What's up?
I recall you talked about some guys in the pen. I think it was maybe when you were getting out soon. They were saying, "Oh, so Wes, you're gonna like bang a bunch of girls now that you're getting out."
Oh yeah, no, you go try a bunch first. I was so fixated on that. I knew in my soul that the karmic debt I had built by wronging everyone in every way was what was deterring me from getting the outcome I wanted in everything. So even in love, so I just took karmic debt and I saw how I got it in every area, financially, physically, mentally, in love, and fucking in everything I did. Like how the negative side of how I was acting affected me getting my actual result. And then I knew that the karmic debt was cleared from any relationships because I hadn't been in one for fucking a decade, you know, like a real relationship at all, you know. And then so I just vowed to never do that. I just was like, I'm never doing that again.
Okay.
And so I would never like mess with the sanctity of love, even from there. And this was as far as not leading somebody on. Like, so in prison, it's the easiest thing. You're on Instagram or something, and some six hits you up and she's like, hey, and like every guy who wants like a six in there that'll buy him a phone and give him money and shit. And I tell her he loves her and shit. And that's like people's get down, you know? And I just refused to ever lead someone on or make someone think something like that or anything like that. If I wasn't seeing myself being able to commit to this person and marry him, then I would not ever engage with them or even let them think I'm interested.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I just didn't want that done to me. So it was just like easy golden rule, do unto others or you're going to get it back. So I was just always in fearful of building karmic debt in the love department because I'm like, I like love so much. I'm such a fucking hopeless romantic. Like I literally just didn't ever want to sell someone a dream and then have someone redo it to me. And then I was still always fearful, like a lot of people in here are, when they hear karmic debt, they're like, damn, am I still paying for old karmic debt? And that'll almost make them not want to pursue something in life. And that don't do it that way. Like they'll be like, oh no, like I'm afraid to get in a relationship because I feel like I have karmic debt from this girl I kind of wronged or something in the past, you know, like, is my next relationship doomed? And it's like, nothing is for sure. So, I mean, don't operate like that. Like, still go about and move forward as if you're going to fully get your outcome regardless. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the failed everything I had was from the karmic debt I put in the area. You know, I was being punished for my negative acts. And I was getting back what I gave.
Gotcha. Okay. And I know, to follow up on that, I know you knew Val, I think, during or before the pen, but what was your guys' like, I apologize if you already told the story, but what was your guys' like first date?
Oh no, like I spoke to her a few times from DM in prison. Because I didn't know how to use Instagram fully. I was really just like hashtagging like tattoo model, tattoo, da 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 da. And then I thought you built a following by like going down shit and just liking everybody's shit and commenting everybody's shit so that they would see that you're engaging and hit you back. And like, so I just did that to every single fucking like tattoo, fitness, and everything so that I could grow like a tattoo and fitness shit, you know? And then, and we started talking that like a little bit then, but then when we got out, she was really resonating with my walks and like she was going through real tough stuff in her life. And she was like, she said she originally wanted to join the program. Like, and then we started talking. I'm like, let me take you on a date. And that's just how it worked.
And I'm just curious, where'd you guys go? What was it like?
Oh, we went to this fish place over here, not real nice place over here. That was when I just had bought my new Mercedes, and I was like, I had some money, so I was like, oh, cool, but I still lived with my grandma. Like, no one knew I had money yet, and so I was like, and then we went. The first place we went to, the waiter was like, oh, Wes Watson, what's up? And she's like, what the hell? And then the next place we went to, like an hour later, the same thing happened. And so she was like, you're kind of a big deal or something, huh? And I'm like, a little bit, whatever.
I love that, man.
Yeah, 2 places in a row. I was like, dude, that was meant to be. But the thing is, we're in like a really good place right now. And it takes a lot of like, people think love is like at first sight, but love is created in the repair process. Like shit's gonna happen, but during the repair process, bro, that's love, bro. Cause you're gonna have to suck some shit the fuck up when you're married for a long time. These guys got 20 years under their belt. I'm like, you're a Jedi master. How do you do it? Either the dude really just can turn a blind eye or he's very strong. Like they're just one or the other. There's some people, like, I don't really like the guy who disengages. He's like, I just avoid the shit. Like I like the dude who engages and adjusts and grows, you know? And that's the only one that should matter, you know? But a lot of guys that are together with their wives for a long enough time, they're like, I'll ask older men advice, like, how do you do it? And the guy will be, I'm just gone all day. I'm like, that's not a good answer. Like, come on.
Gotcha. I heard it was akin to like,
because I want to spend like every moment with my wife. I'm like the lamest dude. She was like gone, and I'm like, I'm gonna go hang out with Wolf and Adam. And Adam's like Wolf's real dad, and I'm his stepdad. I'm like, I'm gonna go over there and hang out with Wolf and Adam. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, like we're good friends. It's like, they're like, what? I'm like, yeah. Like, what the fuck?
dude, that's the sweetest. I love that. That's so.
Yeah. We chop it up like it's cool. I call him more than fucking my own mom, you know? Like, what's up, bro?
Dude, I love that. I won't take up too much more, that's all I need. I know there's probably like a ton of people who want to go, and it's 2:40. So, thank you.
Good. The relationship shit I know weighs so heavy on you and is so big to you, and there's a lot to the guys, you know, about your age in here. And the thing is rush it, but be the best fucking man you could be. If you fully believe you can marry this person and you're attracted to him, don't fucking wait. Like, put everything into it. Tell him exactly how you feel. Be the guy who walks up and is like, no, like I could fully commit to you. I'm massively attracted. Obviously, wait till it's at that point where you guys are like messing around and stuff, at least, you know. Don't like come right off the bat, just think you're fucking crazy. But wait till you guys have hooked up and everything like that, or you're like dating at least, or have you're committed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like hook up unless I'm saying I'm committed, you know. But the thing is just really going after what you want. Like, what's the hesitation about with everybody? The hesitation is like, shit's conditional. Like, I'm not going to tell her unless she tells me. And then so maybe both you guys felt that way and nobody said anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, so just like, dude, don't make shit conditional. Like relationships that are conditional are so such bullshit. Like, oh, you treated me this way, so I treated you that way, or I'm waiting for you to do this before I do that. And it's like, if everybody just had an outward flow, it'd be awesome. I have an outward flow. Like I roll up to people I don't even know. I'm like, what's up, dude? Like, yeah, like I made a sale out front of the jail right now, like to a bail bonds guy. He's like, what's Blackstone Labs? And I start talking to him. And then like I got him signed up for the program by the time I left.
Damn, that's awesome, man.
Someone had been doing his macros before and had him at, he was 200 pounds, had him at 100 grams of protein, 40 grams of carbs, and 140 grams of fat. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Damn.
100 grams of protein, 140 grams of fat, and 40 grams of carbs. I'm like, so yes, you on keto? I'm gonna show me this guy's picture. And he was a fat ass. I'm all, what the fuck are you listening to a fat ass for? And I'm like, you've heard of Blackstone Labs products? He's like, because he asked me about my sweater. I show him, I'm like, yeah, it's me on their website. And I'm like, it's a picture where it's just like slathered, just nasty. I'm like, bro, like, I'll get you ripped, bro. I'm like, you're gonna be eating 175 grams of protein, like 200 plus grams of carbs, because he's 200 pounds. That's a typical formula you start a 200 pounder off with. Unless they're one of those 200 pounders who are more lean body mass. You're looking through their skin. What's their lean body mass? You know, how much fat does this guy have on him? How much muscle does he have? You know, if he was void of fucking, he had no fat on him, how much would he weigh? And I'm gonna feed that.
Gotcha.
That protein. I'm gonna feed the protein to his lean body mass. Because I don't want the fat. Why would I feed protein to fat? You only feed protein to muscle. So here we go. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are situational to your exercise, your genetics, who you are, how intense you are. So I'm gonna start people off on a mid-grade for their weight. And then fat, we don't want fat. We just need enough for a hormone production and some other little production. We got plenty of fat. Motherfuckers fat. How much? There's a reason the body stores fat. So you don't have to eat fat no more. You're fat. You got fat. Why are you eating so much fat? You have fat. Oh, but it helps like metabolism. No. You have fat. It's ready to be burned. Like, why would we be consuming so much of it? That's why my diets, everyone gets so much more shredded. Because these guys will have you at 70 grams of fucking fat on a cutting diet starting off like 80 grams. This guy was at 140. How the fuck would you ever lose any fat? The guy wasn't swole at all. I just was like, what's up, fool? He's like, what the shit? Dude, every lead in the world came in the second we started the call. And today was like a slow day and it just had 2 bangers hit. So it didn't matter. Like, hey, dude,
Gotcha.
we're gonna set this shit up so crazy. We're just gonna be like, fucking.
Damn.
I'm gonna show people a whole new way to do business by working with these top people that it's just gonna be like, what the fuck is that? No way. There's that many people on the planet. Yeah, there's trillions of people. Yeah, millions of dollars is very easy when there's trillions of people. Yeah, yes, it is. We'll do it. You can do it. That's not a dream. That's attainable. Go get it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, Wes. Thank you. That's all I needed.
Every area, bro. Everyone doesn't know Andrew's rich. He just doesn't tell you guys. He's just way humble. But this is the thing. He's so humble and he's such a good dude. He's gonna be such a good catch for someone. But honestly, don't fall into this category. Being too humble leaves you underbooked and underpaid, bro. Like that's the biggest flaw that they told everyone to be so humble so that they wouldn't have leadership power. That's why society told you, no, be humble, be more humble, because they wanted to strip you of what you were capable of as a leader. You can't be the fucking quiet, no, the guy in the corner is the most dangerous guy, the quiet guy in the corner. They lied to you with all that shit. And motherfuckers repost it. Like, no, that's never been the truth. I'm like, these great speakers, like they were the quiet dude in the corner, the one that they're writing these books about. I mean, like what? No. And everyone just believes it because they fit that. So like, yeah, the quiet dude in the corner is the most powerful. Why? Because it fits you, stupid ass. They just fed you that shit. You all side with it because it's like you, dumbass. What you're not is what's best for you. Everything that you're not is what you should be after. Whatever you're not is what you need more of. You already have that. We create habits on the other side of our weakness.
That's why I jump.
That's why I need to be more compassionate. That's why I need to be more loving. I work on all stuff like that. Like I got the other shit. Like I'm fucking problems with this other shit. Like too savage, too upfront, zero fucking filter, zero fucking insecurities, speak in front of anybody, hold the floor anywhere. And then over here was where all the work needed to be done. And I brought that up so fucking far. I'm so proud of it. But is everyone addressing their weaknesses and creating habits on the other side of them is what we're asking them. It's what we're asking them to do. And a lot of people in here, I know their other side is what they were drawn to me about because I'm their other side. I'm what their other side needs to be and they know it. So they're like, okay, I don't need to be WWE Randy Savage, but I do need some of that. Like I need more of it. Like chicks do love assholes, but you gotta be you gotta have genuine, true intentions and be. I wait on my wife hand and foot. I come in the morning like with her coffee and like what do you want, babe? Like, are we gonna have a positive day today? Like if you saw me, you'd be like, this fucking guy. And then then I'm in front of the video, like, I'm gonna go shoot a video now, babe. And then I go in front of the camera and I'm just like, blah! And it's like, dude, it's what it is, bro. Like that's practice. That's what I am. This was like learned, you know?
Gotcha. Yeah, that's why I come in here because and I think almost every other young guy like Gustavo, and then I think a little bit of the Ortega guys, like all us young guys, like I feel like a lot of us just didn't get that growing up. So it's like,
yeah, I mean, it's so needed. Like that fucking like, nah, hey, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna go ahead and go take that. Yeah. That's what motherfuckers need to just start taking shit. And they need to take the floor, take shit, and fucking for the benefit of everybody, not take it for the benefit of themselves. No, I'm gonna go ahead and take this because you guys aren't doing it right. I got you. Watch some real conviction. Like, no. Listen to me. Like, I know what works and have it really work. Oh man. Like, I wish there was people in my life, like the guys, the business guys who wrote me, they're like, nah. Watch this. Like, these are monsters in the game, you know? And they're just, when you're like, oh, hey, I'm not even gonna say anything. Yeah, fuck yeah. But like, they're just people who have proven their spot, and those are the motherfuckers. And that's why I want everyone to work on their personal development, prove their spot, step in front of their own family unit, their people, and everyone, and be like, listen, I got you. This is what works. We're going to make sure you're eating this way, living this way. You have this character, this energy. You're in control. You got this. We work on your passion. Like, nobody did all that. What did your dad? My dad growing up came home with a box of donuts and was just way quiet. You had to just observe him. You had to just observe that he was a beast and like, hey, I want to be a beast one day. You never got a breakdown of how to be a beast, but how not being a beast be detrimental. So I just was like, I'm gonna be a beast. So I got a gun and started selling drugs. And I'm gonna take everything. That's what beasts do in the movie. I gotta take everything. I'm gonna make sure everybody's fucking scared of me. I'm a beast. No, that's not gonna last long. There's a way of doing it where everybody wins.
Gotcha. Okay.
Love it, bro.
Yeah, I got right on. Keep on pushing, Wes. I appreciate it.
So supposedly my dad's supposed to get both his feet cut off like tomorrow or something. I was like, man, let's see how this plays out. But they're just, we get hit with some shit in life, and when you get that diabetes fucking that diagnosis, you gotta take it seriously. Fuck, man, that shit. Big Leo, what's up?
Yo, what's good, Wes? How are you?
Living the dream. Today's one of those days I can't complain about in the least. and I got zero sleep and I had to pick someone up from jail and it cost me like 3 or 4 G's. I don't fucking know. Fuck, man. But you know, I still can't complain because we're here. Energy's good, grateful. Everything's, you know, it seems like that was an expansion waiting to happen from days and days of a contraction. And then it was just like, boom, okay, next level. You feel like after these phases and then an expansion happens and then you know that a next level was attained right there. Like when you slip on your diet, you're so down on yourself, you're beating yourself up. And then like you see it, you change it, you break through, the clarity's there. And then all of a sudden you started from that new level that was way elevated be above your beginning level. So now you're just like, holy shit, I'm in a different phase right now. Like I'm in a whole different place.
What's your thought process when you're like in the car waiting for that person to come out? Because I remember back then when I would be like waiting for my dad, I'd just be playing victim in my head, you know, just like, why do I gotta be doing
Oh no,
this?
she was like tripping. It was like you came up you were waving, you ran up smiling, like that was crazy. Like how'd you do that? I was just preparing myself the whole time, auto-suggesting the outcome I wanted.
Auto-suggesting the outcome.
So I was auto-suggesting the outcome I wanted in self because I knew how to dictate the outcome in the other.
Oh, I
So
got
the other person needed, this was a compassion individual opposed to someone who needed compression. And, you know, some people you'd be like, listen, motherfucker. And then sometimes it's a happy medium, you know? And it was just like, I just gave compassion and understanding and had good energy about it. But yeah, some stuff was like, okay, we're going to address some shit.
Got you. And that was like pretty similar to my question I want to ask you. I remember the other morning I was thinking about an interaction that we had at the gym with Brandon, and you talked to us about not meeting emotional people like with facts, you know, when they're coming at you, like if they're super angry at you or they're upset at you, and not like giving them the facts that, you know, you from an outsider's perspective can see to solve the issue or whatever. Could you elaborate on that? Like
Just people like women in general or males who were acting as women at the time being, they think their feelings are facts, bro. They really believe that their feelings are facts. And here you are, instead of just validating their feelings, because you can't be wrong. That's how you're feeling. How can someone's feelings be wrong? Like,
right.
That's just what they're feeling. It is what it is. But I mean, to not try to solve someone's feelings with facts, just validate them. And then when they're ready and they're not emotional anymore, then get into a different conversation about the facts of where you guys are going. But all too often, like here we are as like the factual people who can compartmentalize and we have a middle ground. Some people don't have a middle ground. You got to know those people. They're either like totally going to have a good conversation with you and they're happy and positive, or they're like fucked off and all up in their feelings and they're not hearing shit. It's like I have a full middle ground where I can like be assertive, speak with a certain tone and fully engage and understand and come to a conclusion. But some people can't. And those are people who are like highly emotional. And then they, like I said, they believe that their feelings are factual. Like the way they feel about you is a fact. It's like, no, at this moment you feel that way, but recant the day. Like what really took place. Like in all reality, I got proof that 80% of the day was a great day. So if you're saying I ruined your day all the time, I mean, it's definitely not the truth. I maybe have ruined this moment, but the fact is we have the ability to turn around right now if you choose. And then, but they're too, at that point, their feelings are running too high. It's too emotional. And to hit them with facts is fucking, it just really doesn't work.
so that validation process, like validating them and their feelings.
That's what they'll always tell you is validate someone's emotions because they can't be wrong. Like if someone's feeling a certain way, like that's just how they feel. If they're telling you they feel that way, you can't say you're wrong for feeling that way, but what their belief, you know, the events that took place, their perception of it that's causing them to feel that way, you could be miscued, but you would have to like later talk to them when they're not so emotional. I mean,
Right.
I'm so not good at that. I'm always like, what? We can solve this. They don't want to solve it right then. At that moment, they hate you, you suck, and it's done. Like they're not gonna bend, you know.
Gotcha. So just like letting them let it out, just listening to them, that's part of that process of like validating.
I kind of is teaching from kind of is teaching when they ask you kind of, I mean, with people like that, like when they're ready to absorb, because they have their stress management so low that like when you start to fucking like overwhelm them, they shut down. And
Right.
like I like exist high, like good and like I have high level stress management, so I don't get stressed out from deep conversation. But most people do when they start admitting their flaws and shit and admitting something they're not good at and failures or whatever, or something they're pursuing and they're embarrassed, like they just start to fucking shut down quick. And a lot of people really haven't done fucking shit. And so they're just so embarrassed of it. They're just like, fuck. And they've talked to themselves so badly about their lack of accomplishments because they just have a miscued vision of what an accomplishment is. Because the true accomplishments are totally attainable right now for everybody, the ones that mean the most. But people are always just their validation point is flawed. So they're like so stupid. They're like looking at the card, the place, or like what they can do, like in these aspects or their looks, instead of looking right that's possible for the moment, and then learning to master the day of just stringing together moments that create the outcome they want in the external world, you know?
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just this flawed, just placing validation in the wrong areas,
Mhm.
which causes them to have like low self-image, low self-esteem. And then anytime you talk about something deep that involves them, even if you're talking about you and your success, they'll automatically compare themselves to it and then shrink themselves and feel compressed. And it's just, you know, it sucks when they do that, you know, because it's like, no one's talking like, and in all reality, like a circle like this is like, oh, if it stings, fix it, motherfucker. And then that's how we do it. But other people are like, they're really beat up by it. Like they're really beat down by it. And it's like, fuck, like those types of people are hard for me to coach because I'm like, shut the fuck up, you know? And that's really what'll work for them. But they're just so believing that they only side with society and formalities when it fucking suits them. But they're a complete asshole to a lot of people. But when formalities and society and what's politically correct suits them, they're like, look at you. You can't be that way. I'm like, oh, right now you're gonna pick all this, you motherfucker, because it suits you and you're looking stupid. Nah, fuck you, dude. Well, remember how you were acting, fucking punk. And it's just like you see right through everybody's shit. And so that's why, like, you know that everybody sides with the hard truths. It's like you peel back layers on them. Like they're forced to fucking scratch those layers and peel them back. And for some people, it's painful. I just do it. I love it. Like I'm like, whoa, I got this problem. Like you're bulletproof at that point. And anyone who has trouble admitting their faults and failures and shit, or has trouble people pointing out on them, those are people who are just like fucking so insecure and seek validation from others so much. And they're the first people to have fuck the world tatted on them or on their car or something, you know, because they're just just dying for people to accept them, you know. I die for people to accept me in a good way. Like I crave love and acceptance to where I'm like, oh, I'll change for you. Watch, I can do it. I can totally adjust this. There is a flaw right there. Let's do it. Like that's a perfectionist who wants to change for people for a good way. But the other people, the validation is coming from like, it really makes them feel like less of themselves. Like I'm like, no, I'm ready to be more of myself. Hey, that's a great critique. And that those are the two different people, you know?
Dang, you're helping me connect a lot of dots, Wes. That's what I had for you today. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Wes.
That's it. I love it, bro. I mean, this is when we understand everything and when we have our answers, even if throughout a year's process or 2 months or a month, you got a few answers that are like, oh, those are mine. Like I'm going to adopt those as my solid answers. There is so much ground gained right there in your life in general when you're just like, no, I'm standing behind this. I'm one of the few people on the planet who nobody could get to budge. And that's what it takes. Can anybody get you to budge? I will not break, bro. I have my fucking answers, and everybody would bet that Wes is not breaking for this. They're like, okay, here's these powerful individuals. They're going to try to get all these people to take a sip of this alcohol, and there is a shitload of money on the line to sell out their character and their beliefs. And these guys are rigid on this topic of no alcohol. Who's going to break? Nobody would bet that I would break. And that's what I'm after, is that people would place the bet that you are never going to break character for any, because it just, that's what like I'm never gonna not show up at 2:45 because it's bigger than me. Like, you know how many people I would let down? I didn't sleep last night. I still showed up and I blasted arms. And the thing is that's the fucking thing. Is like some people are like, who I don't owe anybody anything. It's like I owe everybody everything. I owe everybody everything, bro. Because they did so much for me. Just by observing everybody and just anytime anyone ever gave me some fucking just positive vibes, and I felt like part of a group and I felt accepted. Like I owe everybody all that. And I owe everybody to stand up and bring everybody together so that they feel what I felt. But those fake ass motherfuckers believe that they don't know nothing and they don't need nobody and they did it on their own. And they're just so fucking stupid. They're stubborn. They're just stubborn. They're liars. And I just, those people, I want to just pull it out like the truth in their heart and make them look at it. Like, this is really it. And that's what they do, is they're trying to convince their mind of something their heart knows is a lie. And those are the people who have the internal fucking rift, and the turmoil is just great inside of them because they're lying, dude. And that's what I just look at everybody. I'm like, why are you lying? What are you lying about? And they're like, what? Like I told our therapist, I'm like, you have so many huge lies you're not addressing. And then she's just like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And I just look at her like, yeah, you know which ones. And she knew exactly which ones I'm talking about. And they're fucking up your whole life. So much more than anything you're talking to me about. And she's just like, and then they'll just go right on society. What? Because I'm overweight? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why are we gonna lie? It's fucking up your life, right? Yeah. They won't even admit it. No, that's wrong to judge me.
No,
One of the top gurus on the planet the other day said, hey, sometimes doing something wrong for the right outcome benefits, and sometimes.
yeah, here at school, there's a lot of that. And, for me, it's like, I'm thinking, dude, the only reason I started changing was because I was like judging myself so hard and just like facing that hard truth, And that's when
Self-criticism is your best friend.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous when I hear stuff like that, when people are saying you're judging me on like how I look or like my external appearance. It's like, dude, I mean, you're gonna be pretty complacent if you don't accept the hard truth.
Yeah, and then you're like, dude, the whole thing is I know how you feel. I'm not just judging on how you look. I'm judging on how I know you're choosing to feel. Like you're choosing to feel a horrible way that I know you feel because you're just lazy. So I'm really just judging your character, your follow through, and your actions. I'm really judging your attitude.
Yeah. Well, Wes, appreciate it. You dropped some heat for me, and I appreciate that a bunch. That's all I got.
Always, bro. We're gonna be in there tomorrow for legs if you're there. It's just fucking just another day, man. I might get under that squat bar. My lower back is fucking shot, bro. Like I have all that shit. People call those things when you have those fucking situations, like I just don't call them what they call them. I don't call it anxiety. I don't call it fucking, I don't put a fucking name on it. Something's taking place. I'm gonna push through it,
That's the way it is. Appreciate it, Wes.
I'm gonna find the mental unlock to it, I'm gonna find the breakthrough on it. Love it, bro. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay, everybody who can wait till tomorrow, I'd appreciate if you wait till tomorrow, but then I'm gonna get everybody who who needs to get on today. We had a long fucking day, bro. It was a fucking hell of a day, bro. Oh my goodness. I still gotta go back up there and fucking gotta drive back up there. Fuck. And still make it by 2 in the morning. I might have to go tomorrow though. Hopefully the place is open tomorrow. Big Luke, you always got good shit. Hit me with it.
Hey, Wes, can you hear me?
Got you, bro.
Hey, everyone. This is my brother. He's sitting in on the call. Just wanted to introduce him to the program.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, so I wanted to share a small victory. Well, it sounds like a small victory, but it was a massive victory to me. The other day, I was having such a great day. I got up early. I crushed my workout. I was vibing high. And yeah, man, I went to work and I came back to my van. I had a fucking parking ticket and I got pissed for about 10 seconds. And I realized that energy, that negative energy came in and I saw it and I just let it the fuck go. And I was like, you know what? I'm having too good of a day. I'm just gonna like let it go and keep vibing high. And man, that was just such a massive breakthrough for me.
That's what we teach. The biggest in this program is awareness. So, I mean, the biggest thing you take from a program like this is awareness, because I'm giving you so many mental topics, so many things going on in your mind, so many situations we're overcoming, that after hearing them and experiencing them and knowing these things taking place in our brain that we never even thought about, your awareness is so high that you watch it take place. Your mental witness is strong, and you just watch it take place. And you're like, holy shit, I can just stop this. And that's why I get frustrated with some people. I'm like, stop. And they're like, they don't believe you can just stop. But it's possible. You just stop. Like if you're aware enough to notice that you're pissed, you're aware enough to notice that you cannot be.
Totally. I felt that witness, that inner witness, and I saw that the
Just
anger.
watch it. That's like the monk, like I said, we call it closing the window. When that window opens, everybody, the window always opens on. It's just how quick can you close it? That's your job, to close it as quick as possible. Now, you'll never get rid of that anger when you get a parking ticket. You'll just lessen the degree of how long, the time in which the window was open. Some people, the window would be open for 3 fucking weeks until they get their next check or something big happens. Some people, the window's open for 30 minutes, and then it was fucking 3 minutes or 30 seconds, and you're just like, boom, I'm done with it. I just call it ungrateful. I just go straight to gratitude opens the door to higher intelligence, and I'm going to be blessed with abundance. Everything's coming my way. And anytime I'm doing anything like that, I'm ungrateful and the door's shut. And I bring that to my business, like my leads stop, the positivity quits coming in, like everything shuts down when I shut down the gratitude by being ungrateful. And ungrateful is basically shitting on any moment of your life with negative thoughts or negativity.
Life is a gratitude test, right?
Gratitude test. Let's see who could be grateful the longest, and that'll be the most successful person. Like the duration of their day operating from gratitude. But yeah, it's going to happen. We need those minor inconsistencies. One time I got a parking ticket. I had barely started making any money. I was in LA and I was filming at like 24 Hour Fitness, and I got a parking ticket. I was in a rental car, and I came out and I'm like, hey, like, I didn't know you could have parked there. It was like a street sweeper or something. And I socked the fucking, the horn on the car so fucking hard that I was driving up and down the street till the horn just wore out and just fully went out. It was just like, and I'm just driving down the street like, fuck, dude. And it was just going for like 20 minutes until the finally just wore out. But I was just like, Jesus. And I was so pissed about it. Like, I was still going on it for like at least maybe the whole day, dude, off $75.
It's never worth it. The anger is just never worth it, right?
That anger is a punishment we inflict upon ourselves, for someone else's mistake.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, that's all I got. Just wanted to share that. Appreciate it.
Right. That's what I always say. The biggest thing we teach in here is awareness. And when you have high level awareness, you're capable of anything. Like once your awareness is high enough, anything is possible. You're just like, you're orchestrating, you're not a victim anymore. You're orchestrating and you're just waiting for it to take place. You're like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and get my desired outcome here. And I'm going to get my desired outcome here. And I'm fully in control of this. And you're just fucking crushing. And it's just, everything else is like, anything other than that's just victimizing. But I appreciate it, bro. Those aren't small wins. Those are steps towards self-mastery that can never be taken from you.
Thanks, Wes.
Love it, bro. Thank you. Big Christian World, what's up? The Prime Life of Christian World. Sounds like a book.
That's my YouTube channel. I have a question here. I think I sent it to you off this app, Zoom. But as a man who's been incarcerated for 10 years, been away from love, women in general, you even said it that you miss women, they're fucking amazing creatures. And are you against demon retention or are you for it?
I know that controlling that animalistic urge is one of the greatest steps to self-mastery, but I can't say I was really vibing that much higher or that much more aware when I did practice it in the pen and when I don't out here. I mean, the thing is it's actually, I would say most people who are for it are placating their side. because they don't even get laid. So they're just like, fuck it, I'm practicing semen retention. I mean, the thing is, essentially, if you did have the option for something that's so pleasurable and you just chose to not partake in it, well, then that would be a massive step in discipline or mastery in itself. So it could be anything, but actual semen retention, the animalistic urge, any animalistic urges like fighting or fucking sex or anything like that, that we can hold back would essentially build us more. But I mean, I believe the connection that you can create with the woman in that embrace is far more powerful, because most people, to create that embrace, like a true, like fucking Kama Sutra type romantic experience, takes such comfort and confidence that most men will never possess in their entire life.
Would you say, like, let's just say if you're single and lonely and you're in the outer world, especially if you have no choice in prison, would you say it's breaking character?
I totally lost you for a second.
Can you hear me?
I lost you. For a second.
Are you lost in connection?
Yeah, I totally lost
In
you.
connection,
Say it again.
or
Yeah, say it again.
all right, as a man who has no choice, compared to a man like me being out in the world, do you think having if you break the bond with having semen retention and keeping that shit in, because I know I read upon it, knowing that if you keep that shit in, it makes you feel alpha dominant, it makes you feel like you're going after your goals.
That's definitely not. I can
reasons.
just see you're reading too many books, bro. Like, the alpha trait is not highly fucking resonating, or a high percentage of you personally. So I mean, you thinking you're gonna get it through semen retention opposed to fucking massacring goals and truly being a leader and putting himself before everybody else. That's how it's done, bro. Waking up with action. You're trying to literally like become an alpha through inaction. You become an alpha through fucking action, bro. You don't become an alpha through inaction. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and not do this thing, and it's gonna make me this massively fucking masculine individual. No. Action, bro.
Action. Gotcha.
Inaction would give you fractions of what action would.
Gotcha. One more question, if that's okay. Is that okay?
Oh yeah. I love that other question. I mean, I know a lot of top people who practice that shit, but it's not.
Actually,
the thing is the most alpha trait that I've ever experienced in my fucking life is to be able to be so comfortable with someone in an embrace like sex, and to consistently perform at a high level. There's nothing more alpha than that. Like, I mean, honestly, like when I was a kid, I didn't have that confidence. Like, my body wasn't there. I wasn't there mentally, and I wasn't able to perform correctly because I always questioned myself. And when you don't question yourself anymore, you're just lit. It's a whole different level. And when you know that level, like fucking true, I mean, the definition of what a connection could be,
One last small little question. You can answer in like 10 seconds or how long you want. But I'm friends with Pro, and so you called him out on Instagram. I saw that today. It was kind of funny.
Who?
What? Crow Tat.
Oh,
So,
when did I call him out?
You called him out on Instagram. I have the video. But he told he's the one who did some of your arm tattoos. Which one did he do?
I called him out on Instagram.
Yeah, you called him out. You were like in a jacuzzi or something, wearing sunglasses on a sunny day.
What? Who filmed it? He did or I did?
You did.
I don't remember the video, but yeah, Crow did some of my shit back in the day. He did like this one, the bigger pieces on my arms.
Shit.
Yeah,
Did
but that must have been an old ass video.
I would assume.
I don't know where that video
that's
is. Where's that video? No, because the reason I'm confused is the other day I posted a video about tattoos in prison, and he actually wrote me and was like, oh, why didn't you tell him I did the Cali on your neck? You know, I'm like, because I was talking about prison tattoos, and I got that not in prison. This is a video about my prison tattoos. I'm like, God damn you, fucking broad. What the fuck do you want from me, dude? Oh,
I think he
I'm
was a
sorry,
player,
sorry,
but-
I don't remember you at all times, motherfucker. But I really, the video's called Prison Tattoos. I'm not, it wasn't a video about street tattoos. I didn't talk about Franco Vescovi, who's the top tattooer on the planet probably, who did my whole back piece. He didn't message me and say, Wes, you didn't say that I did your back. Fucking bitches nowadays, man.
Well, thank you, Wes. I appreciate you. Much love.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's so crazy, dude. Like, yeah, like Franco didn't write me and say, Wes, you didn't say that I did your back piece. It's like, dude, you're not gonna get any more business from that. How about you step your level up and you get more business, bro? I mean, you definitely don't get clout from me, bro. I appreciate it, big dog. But yeah, that's why I was confused, because he actually wrote me the other day after I dropped the YouTube video, and I'm like, wait, what video you're talking about?
I'll probably send it to you on Instagram, see if you could ever receive it. But it's like a 10-second video. Pretty cool.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, bro. Big Sam, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up? Question
I
for you.
love
You said,
these calls. I love these fucking calls.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Cool. You said something really cool or profound a while ago in one of your videos. You mentioned that in jail, you were at peace at times, being in jail versus outside.
Oh yeah, way better.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Can you touch on that for a bit? Just I understand the concept.
I was just truly existing. I was just truly being. I was just truly living in the moment and just mastering the moment. Just living in flow state. Flow state doesn't know environments. That's why when people are like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to this place," I'm like, "You're still gonna be there, idiot." Like, I'm gonna move to Amsterdam. I'm like, you'll still be in Amsterdam. It's gonna suck. Like, they're like, what? I'm like, dude, if California sucks, Texas is gonna suck too. Because
Yeah.
you'll be in Texas. So Texas will suck. And they're like, wait. I'm like, yeah, wherever you go, you'll be there. So at that time, the way how aligned I was, wherever I was such a grand place. I was just vibing so high. I was so fulfilled. And it was just off my personal development process. Nothing else fulfills me. Nothing. Like, that's why I've never missed a day. I will not be fulfilled without my personal development process. It's not possible. This is what is the essence of who we are. Like, that's why since the dawn of time, people found themselves with fasting. They found themselves with long treks and isolation. This is how religions have found themselves, found God, spoke to fucking the universe since the dawn of time. That's what we're doing. We're just doing it in a way that's beneficial on all ends. So now we're fasting, but in a way that we're just starved enough to still have optimal lean body mass and low body fat. So we have an aesthetically pleasing shape. That's the 2021 version of what fasting did for these cultures back then.
Yeah.
And then the long treks, we're hitting the gym or some burpees or a workout that actually builds us through a hypertrophy training. So win-win. And then the isolation, the solitude, that's our morning process where we sit and reflect. Done. It's been going on since humans existed. They sought these same practices. I just put more detail into it and arranged it for a 2021 format that was beneficial in all ways, instead of just, hey, I was closer to God, I'm going to fast myself into oblivion. Like that's what I think, like some of the top dudes would just fast themselves into like skin and bones. It's like, yeah, they were vibing high, but I mean, it was the end of them after that. And then the thing is are you really a great teacher at that point? So now I see that side of it. If you're not making it attractive, how can you teach the masses?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to visualize you. You in jail. You're outside in the courtyard. You're probably flowing hard, staring at the grass or even the dirt, and you're just probably like, I want to be here. Not in jail, but you're just in the moment.
Literally, I'd be like on the bars, like where everyone's hitting the bars, and there's like probably 10 white dudes, like 20 Mexicans, and I'm talking like this, but like just turn the fuck up, you know? And I'm massacring push-ups, pull up, push up, pull up. I'm hitting dips, chin up, dip, chin up. I'm doing chest and back workout. And I'm just walking around going, motherfucker, and I'm just like on it, bro. And people are like, damn, like nobody gets away with talking like that in here. But I did because it was positive and it was like, it was just real. And I just didn't give a fuck at that point. It was the same way I talk in my videos and people were just drawn to it. They're like, that's right, you know? And like someone wrote me the other day, they're like, this is the same shit you said on the yard. You're going to do all this, motherfucker. Like one of the homies just said that on one of my videos. Said, hey, you said all this shit, bro. And it was really just the character personified over time that created someone that could do anything. And that's why the point is I don't care what you're going to do for a living. With this fucking program, you will be miles ahead of everyone. You'll get in the room and it'll be obvious that you're the one who should be speaking. They will eat donuts all morning. They'll not be ready. They won't understand that they had to get themselves to a certain level. And you'll come in just like, I've been living like this for so fucking long that it's just you know, it's just who you are. Like I could shoot my crazy videos at any moment, anytime, you know. Like I don't have to research nothing. I don't have to rehearse nothing. It's like you become that.
That's it.
Yeah, but it was just always like that. I was just ready to die for it all, bro. Like I just first because I was just fucking so. I felt it so hard. It was never questioned, you know.
Do you think just people are just weaker? Period. Physically.
I just really believe that. I really just believe that they're not ready to give up on their old life, you know. They're still attached to these old things that they believe make them happy and shit. And they're not believing like there's no way I can commit fully to this side and feel better than this side and that. They're just playing the fence, bro. They're like doing some dope, working out when they feel like it, eating good when they feel like it. Everything's when they feel like it. They don't know how to really sacrifice and take pleasure, take pride in not being pleased. When you learn to take pride in not getting your way, that's how you power. You're like, yeah, what's up? We're about to do some shit, you know? This is about to be some fucked up shit, and I'm gonna fucking pass with flying colors. This is when your self-talk is solidified. This is when your core values are solidified. During times of adversity, how your self-talk and actions are, that's how a motherfucker's created. Because other motherfuckers during times of adversity, they're sitting in that cell like, is it coming? This is really horrible. And they just crawl up and they fucking bitch up. And I'm just sitting there like, just shaking the fucking cell like, motherfucker, what? Dude, I'm gonna come out this motherfucker so crazy, but fully in the moment. And then you come out and you see who was who, you know?
Makes sense.
Just that's your core beliefs and are just, they're solidified during times of adversity with your self-talk and your fucking actions. That's it.
Okay, cool.
Love
Thank
it,
you.
bro. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. Peace.
Big Brainer, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, Wes?
Living the dream.
Bro, I'm always blown away by your vulnerability and your transparency because like when you talk about just like craving that acceptance and that love.
Dude, I that's what I like. I fucking, you know, nothing makes me happier than when the people around me are like stoked, you know, like the guy who washes my car. Like I was just talking about that. My wife's like, that's crazy. She's like, what? Like, I'm like, come pick it up, drive it, go pick your friend up. And he's like, nobody would do that, like in a Rolls Royce. I'm like, go enjoy it. Dude, did you enjoy it? Hell, fuck yeah. Like it means more to me that for people to have good energy and be like stoked on life than me. Like, I know I'm forever just fucking fucked, bro. Like I'm one of those tortured souls that has accepted it. Like I'll always have pain because I draw it in and then I flip it, you know? So I need like these gifts of massive pain and fucking just suffering to then flip and then turn into extra growth, you know? And so I'm not trying to make it happen, but I've just taken that spot. So I always say our growth is not going to come packaged how we want. And I always want the next level, and the next level is going to come with the next struggle. If you want success, you're just asking for more problems. People like think they're asking for success and they're asking for less problems. How the fuck is that going to work? Like, have you ever fucking do you know how many fucking steps it takes to run certain shit? my business is small. Imagine these massive businesses. But then I know people who they're like, yeah, I do 8 figures and they have 55 employees. I'm like, fuck, dude, do you do anything? Like at that point, what are you even doing? And they're not doing shit. And then so it's just, man, we're just always fucking like, I know my spot. So I want people to feel good because I'm a voyeur, you know? Like I don't see it unless they see it. Like I have to like live through people. So I'm like, I have to watch them watch shit. I'm a voyeur, and like true wisdom is observation. So someone who lives life as a voyeur is gonna be the most wise of all people. Like I'm not attached to the feelings, and I don't feel it, how you feel it. It becomes very normal to me how I am. So I have to watch people watch it, and then I'm like, oh, it's okay. I can live vicariously through them, you know?
Yeah, man. Cause dude, I look at your like backdrop and all your cars and all that stuff, and it's just still like it just blows me away to see like how you don't like validate yourself through that stuff.
I could fucking do it. I'll talk to anybody. I fucking like can't wait to share stuff with them. I mean, it's just all that shit is just, people don't know, they don't get it, like they don't get, like someone said, oh, everyone in the comments on the car shit the other day are like, I would rather do this or that. It's like, I can't explain business to all these people, and it's like, yeah, that's happening too, They're like, I would rather fucking get 4 investment properties and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, you guys are fucking tripping. The greatest investment you can ever have is a business that makes money, not a fucking investment property that's gonna build you money over 1 trillion years. Do you know you can make millions a month? You don't have to have a fucking shitty place in Arizona that brings you 800 a month. Yeah, you get that too. But it's much more rare to have something that makes money and has a unlimited income potential. Like, oh no, I'm just an investor. Like, what the fuck does that do? There's no true, like, I get it. That's part of it. Yeah, I just saw Bitcoin's at 62. I mean, fuck, I bought a shitload at 20,000. Fuck, okay. But whatever, I don't even, that's not even a win to me. It's some numbers on the fucking phone. Even when it was at like 44 the other day, I told like the guy who owns Icon Meals, I'm like, just buy like 3 coins. And he bought it, and now fucking 2 weeks later, he made 50,000. And he's like, dude, thanks, Wes, I just made 50 G's off what you told me. I'm like, hell yeah, you did. Fuck yeah, bro. And it's like, yeah, all that other shit works too. It works too, but people don't understand like financial situations. Like what I said about fucking, like some of my cars are fully paid off and some aren't, because at that time it was beneficial and at the other time it wasn't. So, I mean, what's like to tell someone when someone believes that everything's a black and white world, they're fucking stupid. It's like, no, at this time it was smarter to finance, put the lease down, get the best APR, and then use the rest of that money to flip for ad money. Oh, but this other vehicle, I couldn't get the loan done. It was the end of the year. I had to do a big tax write-off. I couldn't get the loan done in time with even a huge amount down. It was fucking too late. It was like 12:30, and this had to be out of the account by fucking 12:31 at 12 o'clock. So we had to just cash the motherfucker out. And guess what? Saved $100,000 in taxes and got a $300,000 fucking corporate asset. Like, what move do you understand, homegirl? And they're just like, I would rather do this. Yeah, we do that too, stupid. Like that too, motherfucker. Like, and it's like, they just don't get it, bro. Like in some aspects, every situation, like a real smart person says, okay, I have 10 minutes. Tell me the exact situation and I'll tell you if that was beneficial or not. And only your CPA is going to know that. And you, if you're smart enough. Like I got 2.something% on the rolls. So I put down like 50 grand and I just kept the other money to flip and add money in business, to add money to build revenue. And I mean, to get rid of all that, wouldn't be able to run as much ads, but I mean, I still have so much liquid, I can do whatever the fuck. And they're both for tax write-offs. Like, what's your business? Oh, someone smart would be like, oh, you have internet business. You don't have that many employees. Fuck, you got to write off like 4 more cars and you got to write off this and you got to find other write-offs. Fuck, how much did you still come out of pocket? Like there's no, that's why the e-commerce companies, they just moved to fucking Puerto Rico and shit. Like, cause like the taxes are crazy here. Like there's not enough expenses for someone like Chase fucking Hero or something. The guy's got 95,000 cars. And that's why these guys have warehouses with all these cars, because you don't have enough to write off. That's why like the Christmas party was invented as a fucking tax write-off at the end of the year. It was like invented for that, like Christmas bonus tax write-off. Like, fuck, like it was invented to get rid of tax money at the end of the year. But the whole thing is people just don't get it. They're like, oh, I think they just have a problem that when you have money, you have taste. I think that's the problem they have. They're like, I would get a Subaru Outback, like 16 of them, and they would all be burgundy and tan two-tone. It's like, dude, I'm sorry, I can't. Money doesn't buy you taste, motherfucker. Like, I'm sorry. I actually buy my cars very cheap and very depreciated. I just have such good taste. I get them very cheap and depreciated, and you think they're way more expensive than they are.
Yeah, bro, it's a lot to digest. I never looked at those like end of the year Christmas parties like that. I just thought it was like an actual thing to like celebrate.
Yeah, they think you think you're hooking. Well, I was such a good employee. No, they made so much money this year. They're like, fuck, we have to write Tom a check like this. They're like, you have to. Like, fuck Tom. They're like, whatever, dude. You might as well give it to Tom or just give it to Uncle Sam. Which one would you rather give it to, Uncle Sam or Tom? They're like, fucking Tom, bitch. They're like, fuck you. But no, I have employees that I really liked to do that for. And then, but then why would you not want a corporate asset? You know, like, hey, I'm gonna write this check for this car and it's corporate asset and it's owned. You can't buy real estate property with corporate funds, like the business corporation funds, pre-tax. You can't buy property with that. You have to get taxed and then buy the property with the tax money. So these are pre-tax acquisitions at full price. Like, so you get to own that pre-tax and write it off.
Before I ask my question, when you first got out and you were learning about all, did you already like know about most of this? Like,
No, I didn't know any of it. I just imperfect action on all of it. I got some chairs, new chairs over here that I don't even like. Dude, that's fucking dirt.
yeah, bro. Because honestly, like, I don't know, it's like sounds pretty next level to me. And right now, I mean, I don't have a business, and like,
Essentially, you want write-offs that grow your business. But at my point, I was already running a shitload of ads. And then running more ads wouldn't have done anything. And now I've stumbled upon a new outlet, a different one. Just gotta, like, it's like buying time. Like, don't get too far ahead of yourself because you need to grow too quick, you know? Like, yeah, like a lot of people will talk shit like this is a pink slip. That means the car's owned, you know? I mean, like the fucking thing is like, there's certain things you have to do in life that you were like, that was like a movie to you. I walked in and bought a Lambo Cash when I wanted to with a check at one of the places I dreamt of ever being able to shop at. You know, and the thing, it was my second vehicle that year. And they're like, fuck, man, you know, but like, is the vehicle making me? Fuck no. I let my car detailer drive the fucking shit. I'm like, take your chick out in the motherfucker. I don't give a shit. You know, fucking enjoy it, man. You'll enjoy it more than me. I'm a tortured ass soul, dude. I only enjoy this. Everyone knows what I really enjoy. I enjoy a fucking massive pump. I enjoy fucking the day I get to eat some fucking carbs, and I enjoy hanging out with my wife and my son. Like, this shit's all extra, but it does, fuck, dude. I've been so miserable up here before, bro. And I know where that misery came from. I didn't blame other people. It was my choice and my perception on how I was being treated, and I was victimizing. So I need this more to continually keep my perspective grand on life.
gotcha, bro.
But I like to show people that. Like, most people wouldn't show them their pink slip. They're like, oh, like, I need to show, like, if someone tells me something, I need to fucking see it. And that's why I'm the way I am, because I'll only listen to people that possess certain shit that I need to fucking see, you know? Like, I can't learn from certain people. I'm like, no, I won't listen to you. And that's just me. And so that's why I created someone that I would listen to. That's what everyone here should be seeking to become. Create the person you would fucking listen to. And when Andrew's fucking 28 and he's just jacked and his upper chest is just split up and he's got his uniform on, he's like, what's up, dude? I've been doing this a minute. And I'm just like, fuck, I listen to that dude. I listen to that dude. He knows what's up. And his kids are gonna be like, I'm listening to my dad. My dad's crazy. Look at my dad. My dad don't fuck up. He ain't like your dumb drunk dad, bitch ass dad you got.
Yeah, it makes sense because like that one time you said you gotta like open their eyes before you open their ears.
Yeah, you got like, I know I'm just not a liar. Like I know me at 14, I know me at 16, I know me at 18. I needed to see that. You do way more for people than saying, hey, that stuff you think you want, you can get it. You just have to do it positive. You don't get it that way. You get it this way. And then they go through the steps to getting it. And then it's their choice, whether they're putting full validation on it or not. And when they learn my way, they'll be like, damn, it was the journey that made me, not the end result. There is no end result. It was the journey, and they see it. They feel it. They become it. You don't tell it to them at the start. Don't even go get that. It's the journey. How the fuck they gonna know from that? They have to fucking go get it to realize it's not the fucking end result. It's the journey. So show them the whole shit. Let them fucking make their own decision, and they will. They'll be like, damn. But then the dumb motherfuckers are like, no. It's always their insecurity of what they don't have and what they're not comfortable with being. You know.
Yeah, it's like, you always talk about how it's like these principles and these character traits that you develop and you gain like throughout the whole journey and it's like, I'm kind of like going through that right now where it's like my self-image, I feel like it's starting to go up and like my whole confidence of speaking to others. And I wanted to ask you, like, besides like when I watch your stuff and trying to pick up a message that I can like, really like think about, I really like focus in on like your body language and like your whole demeanor, like throughout the interview or podcast. And like right now at this state, like you just seem like super comfortable, like calm, poised, and just like so locked in. When you first started and you were like, like prepping for like these podcasts or interviews, like, did you ever get like nervous up until that point? Cause
yeah, like the first London Reel, I was kind of nervous. The one in New York, I was pretty nervous, but I do better on those ones too. Like I'm not nervous at all. I got my fucking answers. Like, dude, I just blew so many people's out of the water with what they were saying so many times. I'm just waiting. I'm like, what? What's up? What? And I just have my answers. Once you have your answers and they're just you, like the knowledge you get comes from life. It doesn't come through study. It becomes who you are. It just resonates in your soul. It's everything you've become and you've lived for so long. So you don't have to reach for it. It's right on the tip of your tongue. What? It's just quick, dude. And like when you're trying to become something, it's not so readily available. So, but we're always trying to become something. So even the new stuff I shared today is what I'm trying to become. You should always seek to try to become something, but during an interview, fall back on your common knowledge, who you already are. But yeah, have the one or two reaches, like the next thing you're reaching to become. Yeah, throw that in there. But really, the most of the interview should be the 3/4 of who you fully are, and then a quarter of what you're becoming.
Yeah,
that's like essentially what this was today. There's a quarter, maybe an eighth of what I'm becoming, which is a compassion compression or the fucking the contraction expansion. Like for some reason, I'm drawn to that right now, and so I don't question when I'm drawn to something. If I'm drawn to it, there's a fucking reason. Like motherfuckers question their intuition so much, they question their conscience so much. That's the problem. Like, just, are you drawn to it? That's it. Are you drawn to it? That's it. Whatever you're drawn to, that's it. Whatever you admire, acquire. Whatever it is, even if it's a wording of anything it is, you must be it because you're drawn to it, naturally drawn to it. Like that's what you're being told to be and do. And then the bitch will be like, I'm being told to go party. It's like, no. Difference, bro. Don't go there. Shut up. The stuff with no downside that is wrong later.
Yeah, I think I just need to reflect more on like finding my own answers because I have an interview coming up and I just like, it's not even anytime soon and I'm already getting like super nervous about it. Even when I think about it, it's just like, bro, my hands get sweaty. Like I get jittery and and I think it's like partially due to like just like speaking to authority, like people in with like some sort of platform. Like when I first like met
Yeah, but
you,
by being in this program, you have a different voice than these people that they're going to really admire. We have a whole different way of thinking and speaking over here, and it's far greater than what a lot of people even would even choose to step to, because it's very difficult to speak this way. You have to live a certain way to speak this way, and they just will never even want to talk that way because fuck, their whole life is going to change and they fear it so bad. They're like, oh my God, what I would have to do to even talk like Brandon just was speaking. They're like, he lives that? Holy shit. It just strikes fear in their core, but that's what we want to do. The best way of speaking and selling and everything is curiosity, and then instilling fear. Create curiosity, instill fear in the individual, and then alleviate fear. And so this is what it is. Like, you bring them full circle, make them curious about what the fuck is this anyways, and then you instill fear in them by like letting them know that what they're doing is not adequate, and then you alleviate the fear of showing them, hey, come, I'll show you, it's easier than you think. And then they do it and they're like, man, that was fulfilling.
yeah, then I just got to keep living it, because
Yeah, well, just the way, even if you just broke down truly the way you live and the way you think, people are going to be blown away by it. Even if you just told people I'm there every day at 4 and I do this and I do that and I do this and I believe in this and these are my quotes and everything, you'll be good with that. And then just tie in some stories, like literally a story, a quote, and then the takeaway is all you need.
story, quote, takeaway. Okay.
Come in with a story that you know is dope, and then a quote that fits the story, and then the takeaway, and you'll crush.
Okay, yeah, because
That's what I do for all 10-minute videos. I just have like a story. I have a main quote. If you teach too much, people will learn nothing. So you have like one quote, your story, the lesson, and then the filler and shit. And the filler is, you don't tell your story, show your story. And then you'll be like, oh, tell their story. You got to show it. Like, dude, I straight walked in the block. This shit was freezing. It's just cold steel. It's like 30 degrees in there. I look up, the guy's looking out his cell. The cell is just foggy. He's doing burpees in there. I just know I can feel the thick, just that fucking, the negativity is just fucking heavy. Show that story, just.
Okay, yeah, because like just like last week on the phone with the agent, she was just like giving me like a little prep of like what the interview is going to be like, of like job responsibilities. I think, yeah, just like reflecting more on that, I think will help me a lot, and really just realizing like the way I live day to day should give me that confidence to just walk in and like, with the panel of agents, just do what I got to do.
People are hiring for attitude, man. Like if you tell them what you're about and how you live and what you're capable of doing and what you're willing to do to be the best, that's what they're hiring. If they really want you to already possess a skill level and don't care about your attitude, they're fucking tripping. It's hire for attitude, train for skill. If someone came in and spoke the right way and was like, literally, I'm just going to be like, okay, let's see the follow through for a little bit. And if he follows through on what he said, hey, we're gold.
Gotcha.
Love it, bro. I'm going to fucking have to kick out, but I appreciate you guys, and fucking, man, you guys always got good ass questions. Today was fire. I'm literally on no fucking sleep. I'm gonna keep these carbs at none. Maybe I could snap out this motherfucker, man.
Bro, you always come in saying, you've had a long night or whatever, and dude, you just fire some good shit on here.
I don't have no choice, man. I owe everybody. Like I wake up owing the world. That motherfucker was here first. Motherfuckers think the world owes them and they're just victims. Like, what are you gonna do for me today? Motherfucker, you owe everybody. Go get to work,
Yeah. Thank you,
know
Wes.
I appreciate it, bro. Everybody have a good day. See you guys tomorrow. It's going to be another good one.